trying to! I wasn't.
Why?
Boys!
What did you just do to me? Like.
Oh, this is perfect.
Boys, we're back! More predictions! Making us all look like
I
clowns.
get this completely wrong.
Completely wrong predictions. We did them last year. We were completely wrong. We're doing it again this year, to where we're gonna be wrong again. And this time I will.
F11 just so you don't show the top bar, just so it looks a little bit nicer.
Yeah, that would probably help. That would probably help. So, I'm gonna turn this down now. But welcome to the stream. We are predicting the F1 2023 season, and as joined with me, to my right on the screen, we have Birthday Boy over here, #1 Finn fan. Happy birthday, good sir. You're
Thank you.
19 now?
19?
Yes.
And also joining us for the first time, not first time, second time on webcam, we got Mr. Titan. One, I don't even. And
yeah,
so
you barely call me Mr. Titan at all.
I know. We just call you Tanner, and
So, Gray or Finn fans to your left, I'm to your right.
Yes, because I can't fucking tell with my OBS, because
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
To them, I'm on your right. So hi, and that's why I'm looking that way. And
yes. But yeah, it is currently 1:10 in the morning. I got home from work about an hour ago. Why are we doing it here? Because Birthday Boy's got a planned day ahead of him, and this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna be able to do it before our trip to St. Pete, which I will be mean.
Weird.
Well,
we should make a St. Pete montage.
I mean, I'll definitely be making a shared album for that, and I'll definitely be adding both views and Jet to it. But we're here for some F1 predictions, 1 a.m. predictions. I've already wrote mine down on my phone.
I've already wrote mine down.
I don't know if Tanner,
yep,
did you
sneak peek. There you go.
Tanner, did you make predictions ahead of time on your?
Oh wait, is it blurred?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is blurred. No, don't show it. Don't show it. Don't show it, asshole.
Yeah.
I am as prepared as Nathaniel Hackett
We don't
was this
get
season, so.
Chico Perez. Actually,
Well,
speaking of that, let
yeah,
me
when I did this post, it is blurred. So.
There. Are you? Oh, I can't balance it.
I
Are you
actually
happy,
have
Mexina?
1 sticky note,
I
2
got
sticky note, 3 sticky,
Checo's
4
card.
sticky notes. Checo.
Oh,
Checo's car. I also have I have 2 Max cars now because I just got the White Bull. So, but anyways, enough rambling on. I don't want this to be 2 hours like it was last time.
no, it probably will be 2 hours again. You know that.
Yeah, it probably will be, but here we are. So, we're gonna start with our extra predictions first. Just get them out of the way. And if you want, FinFan, I know you told me this before. We could do the teammate rundown if we have time at the end if you want.
Yep.
I think for now, let's just go with what we have. Who are this guys? Jet. So to my right is Gray, also known as #1 FinFan, and to my left is Mr. Titan, also known as Tanner.
Hello.
And
I'm as prepared as Nathaniel Hackett was for the Denver Broncos season.
yes. So we're gonna start with race of the
cook.
season. Now, to give you guys what, at least in my opinion, is race of the season is at the end of the year they usually do the fan vote as to what is considered race of the year. So for example, this past season it was Silverstone. The season before that, so the season before that was Italy, where my favorite driver won.
Oh yeah, Ricardo win, yeah.
Yeah, and then the year before that it was Turkey, and the year before that was Hockenheim. And you get my point. So what will be considered by the fans?
Do you remember?
What?
What was 2018?
I have no idea. If I had to take a stab at it, I'm probably also gonna say Hockenheim.
Probably, because Fiat got a fucking podium, and that
But
was
I was 2019. I'm thinking of 2018.
Oh no, 2018 was.
I want
Hamilton
to.
won from 14th on the grid.
Yeah, and Vettel championships hopes going down the drain that year, which I probably would say it would have been Hockenheim. But so this is kind of more of a chance. I mean, there are some tracks that are going to be good for racing, which I guess you can consider a safe bet.
USGP.
Wait, which one, Gray? Which one? Which
USGP.
USGP? Which
2018 was
USGP?
the USGP.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All
So
right.
wait, should we type our? Should we just type
Yep.
our predictions in?
I mean,
Yep.
I
Instead of saying.
type it, but like
So we're gonna
say
type
what you're
it.
typing at the same time.
So you
Yeah,
see.
I'm gonna make my text white, so it can be like a whole
Nah, you could just type it in
explosion.
as it is. So we'll go one at a time, obviously, and then as you can see, with my mouse, the colors on the side, we'll be using those for the constructors.
So I say let's go right to left. Like what's on the fucking.
Oh right. Oh, I am
Right.
first. Fuck.
No. Right. No, not right to left. Shit.
Left to right.
Just do
Left to right.
left to right on the.
On the spreadsheet.
Alright, so I guess since I will be starting, I will be typing this out, and just to make sure, just confirm you guys are able to type, correct?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. So my prediction for this year's race of the
Yes.
season, or race of the year, it's gonna go back to 2018. I am actually gonna say the USGP, the one at Coda, because that's always been especially with the new regulations, it is a really good track for racing. Maybe not so much the first sector, but after turn 11 onwards, you can have really good battles and enticing battles, and even this past year we saw it with it was the third best race of the year, if I remember correctly, only behind Brazil and Silverstone. So I honestly can see this being another race of the year, kind of like it was back in 2018. So yeah, mine's gonna be the USGP Coda. Just to throw that out
I
there.
mean, you see, I'm going with the safe choice. We all know what I'm
You
going.
in Brazil?
Safe choice. It's Brazil, and it's Brazil because it's I believe it's another sprint race weekend this year, and I want to hope that the championship would be a bit closer. But
I think
nonetheless,
the
it always
championship would have
provides
been
a
closer if
banger
Ferrari
race.
didn't Ferrari.
Well, Ferrari didn't Leclerc. Let's say that. It's a mix of both. But I go with the safe option. Like if this were a betting odd, I'd probably have Brazil as number one odd. Literally.
Yep. You typed in right?
Yeah, I did. Oh, here I have to hit enter on my.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to hit enter, yeah.
Guess I'm also gonna.
So
Brad,
Oh,
you should scroll down a little bit because it's just barely above
You're covering it.
on the stream.
Yep. There we go. I
There
fixed
you go.
that. And then I'm gonna
Okay.
change my text color as well.
Great. Great. You know this more than Bean Dunk, but when I play video games, I'm more of a gambling man, right? I am
A
a very
little bit, yeah.
chaotic.
Swear to
I'm
God, if
very
you put
chaotic.
Monaco.
I would consider myself a gambling man, and this being a brand new track to the calendar, I am gambling.
The pig.
Gam-
The upside down
gambling
The upside down pig.
Gambling man, I see.
Even though the track does not look
The
good.
first race on a Saturday in like a few decades.
Yes.
Even though the track looks terrible, but I think it could be a interesting race since it's a new track, and new tracks like Miami GP. The first time they went there, it was interesting because it's a new track. Nobody knows what the fuck to do. So I think Vegas is gonna be probably the most entertaining race just because it's new.
Well,
So that wraps
As
up.
I
I'm
try to-
just glad none of us had repeat tracks. I feel like it's gonna happen at some.
It's probably gonna be Silverstone again because it's a fan vote.
I mean, Silverstone was a banger. You had a driver that had his first win. You had arguably 2 overtakes of the year with Leclerc at Cops and Hamilton at Club.
Oh, wait.
And you had your
What about
championship
Ricardo's
contender.
overtake at Hungary of the two Alpines?
That's more Ocon just saying "fuck you" to his entire team.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to our next one, which is gonna be surprise driver of the season. So driver that you believe is gonna impress the most, and it's gonna shine that no one's really gonna be expecting to. Um. So we're just gonna keep going in that order then. So I'll be first.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of reconsidering mine right now, so that's why I'm kind of thinking.
I mean, I can go first if you want me to.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll just.
All right. You'll go last. Like,
Yeah.
we'll go left to right.
Yeah. Well,
All right. So I'm typing mine in now, and you're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, "Wait, what the fuck? We expect him to do good this season anyway."
wait. Before you
Um,
do a prediction, can I predict
but
what your prediction is?
The thing is, I already hit enter, so it's too late.
Oh, Alonso.
Um,
Okay, no, I was. I thought you were going
and you might
Hamilton.
be thinking, you might be thinking like, oh, he's gonna do good anyway. He always does good. Well, as I'm typing in now, is the reason why I think he'll be the surprise driver of the year. Yeah, I think he wins a race. I think he wins a race this year.
With Aston.
The
how bad they
Aston
were?
has looked decent. I mean, behind Alonso's hands. Alpine wasn't all that great either, but they were solid.
Alpine was arguably the fourth best car on the grid besides the engine going kablooey.
Arguably. Yeah. But I mean, Gasly won a race, Ricardo won a race, and I feel like Aston is like right in that same spot where if shit hits the fan, he if it's a wet race, anything can happen. Okay, he can still win a race, and I'm actually. You might be surprised that I say it in the first place because he's not my favorite driver, but I think a team move. His teammates this year, I believe, are going to be abysmal. Yes, I said teammates. But yeah, Alonso, and not because Alonso, because he'll win a race.
So I'm gonna actually scooch ahead of Tanner. Oh, well, you can go ahead. Never mind.
I hit enter by accident.
You can go. That's fine.
Okay. Well, fuck you. And we're keeping this order because my sanity, but here, that's probably better. I think Logan Sargent is going to be the best, most surprised driver
yes,
on the grid.
we can have biased predictions.
Yes, we can have bias. Only this is kind of biased, kind of not, because I think Sargent, like based off the like few times they raced each other, I think Albon and Sargent have similar race pace. But I think Sargent beats him in qualifying, going into the second half of the year, and just beats Albon on track and in the points. And I think Sargent out of the three this is arguably probably the best rookie class we had since Russell, Leclerc, and Norris when they all came in at the same time. Am I right? When they all came in at the same time?
Leclerc came in 2018.
Okay.
Russell, Norris.
That was Russell and Albon?
Albon.
Albon? Yeah. This is probably the best trio of rookies best batch of rookies we had since then. So I think these three will probably be probably close or up to that talent level that those three came in with. And I think Sargent's the best out of the three.
And Gio. Gio was in 2019 as well, but not on the grid.
We don't talk about him.
So,
but still,
as his traditions with prediction, eat while doing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I was kind of reconsidering this, but then Gray kind of pointed it out there. I also said Alonso, but I was reconsidering it last second. But I'm gonna stick with my gut. I am gonna say Alonso, and I feel like it's gonna sound obvious when I say the consistency. He's gonna consistently bring in really good points, and he's gonna drag asked into what I feel like would be a place later on in constructors, which I'm kind of spoiling right now, that it probably shouldn't be. He's gonna bring the absolute most out of that car. He's gonna ring it, and I feel like he'll pick up, you said a race win. If we have a crazy race, I can see it happening. If not, I can see him being the only driver outside the top 3 teams to get a podium, kind of like Norris was last year. So I feel like he's gonna bring the most out of that car. So mostly the same reasons as Gray. Next topic is going to be letdown driver of the season. So one that
Oh,
you made.
I start this off.
Well, if you want, I can start it. I'm just gonna go back to mine.
Okay,
Unless
just go back to it.
unless you wanna go like I go first and Gray goes first and then you go first and it's like,
Well, by the time we get back around to the order, I'll be going first for constructors, and then you will go first for drivers.
Yeah, but we'll be doing 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 8 like that.
yeah. So
But,
yeah, I'm
okay,
fine with that. So Tanner, if you want to go first, you can do that.
okay. I'm debating between 2 right now, but
If you want, I can go.
what? Yeah, go ahead.
Alright,
We'll just
so
go
I'm
back to you
gonna.
starting first.
So I said this to Gray, so he would probably know who I'm picking when I say this, but I'm gonna say Piastri. I feel like, yeah, he has a lot of hype on behind him between his junior class, but I honestly feel like with the move to the McLaren, I feel like maybe that McLaren car ain't gonna be as good. It's kind of been slowly going downhill the last couple years, at least in well, it went downhill this past season. I feel like it's gonna have that same trajectory, and I feel like and I mentioned this to Gray the other day. He's under a lot of pressure than say comparison to Sargent. Um, and I understand he's a rookie, but what I mean by that is his junior career he was on top of his game, so everybody's expecting him to put in some really good results, and especially after the Alpine fiasco over the summer, he's under a lot of pressure, and I feel like he's gonna collapse under that pressure. While Sargent, he kind of just needs to be somewhere close to Albon, and he would be doing a good job. So that's kind of where I'm thinking of, him being the letdown driver of the season. Everyone's gonna have a lot of
Only
expectations for him, and I feel like he's not gonna deliver to those promises. So
only big difference I see between Piastri and Sargent is Sargent has a whole country behind him right now.
well, that
And
is
he's in
all.
a worse car. And he's in a worse car. It's
Yeah.
easy. I mean, it's easier to stick out, or let me say this. If you perform bad in a bad car, same result. If you perform bad in a good car, that's what sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
And
depends on
and
what
you,
McLaren comes out with this year.
yeah. So, and to be honest, Gray also, I forgot to mention that part. Yeah, he performs bad, it's gonna show for him rather than like Sargent, where he might be a couple like P19, P20 anyway. So yeah. So that's why I think it's Piastri will be let down of the season.
All right, me or
I agree.
Tanner?
Great.
Me?
We're gonna keep with the order that's on there.
Sonoda.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to choose one. I could have chosen one of the Alpine drivers because I feel like that'll be one of the bigger rivalries on the grid this year. But I think I think De Vries beats Sonoda, and to what extent that's still a letdown. He's been on the grid for 2 seasons now, so yeah, it's a letdown in itself. But I just don't think he's going to be that consistent.
I think he's gonna get the old Red Bull heave ho.
I don't know why or what's telling me that, but his time's running short. No, Gasly beat him again last season, and if he gets beat by De Vries, it's not going to look too good. But yeah,
The old Red Bull heave ho out of the team.
yeah.
Basically.
Hey, talking about having a Red Bull teammate, I think the most disappointing or the most letdown driver of the season is going to be Ocon with his new teammate Gasly outperforming him this season. I I think Alonso was probably a good pairing with Ocon just because they were in similar pace. But I think Gasly, as of right now, is overall a faster driver than Alonso, and just like in the pace format. But in racecraft, I think Alonso is still leagues ahead of Gasly. But I think in qualifying and race trim, Gasly's gonna demolish Ocon, and Ocon, as we know, he's extremely confident based, and if he's getting beaten and beaten convincingly, his confidence is gonna go down, his performances are gonna start going down, and it's just gonna all go downhill from there.
Interesting. I'm actually looking forward to see how they will work. I mean, obviously from past we've heard that they don't have a good relationship, but I'm really interested to see if if they can do well this year. And
I have an honorable mention. I couldn't decide between these two, but I told you why I said Sonoda. But the other driver I had was Joe. I think he gets beat by Bottas again, and yeah, it's like pace. I feel like Alpha have somewhat of a better car, but his pace now sticks out more in a tight midfield and a better car. And like I said, if you're slow and a good car, is gonna stick out.
so we're back to the surprise category, but this is going to be the surprise team of the season. And which team is going to impress you the most or makes like a huge leaps and bounds on the grid? Which we're mostly probably going to see this in the midfield, but who do you feel like is going to be a very surprising team this season that actually performs well? So, who wants to start?
You're asking us that question. You're the one that's going first, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, I need to go last year. I
Okay.
still don't
And
know,
and
even
that's
though I wrote
fine.
one.
And I mentioned this earlier, and I'm sticking with it, and that's going to be Aston Martin. I feel like that Aston's going to be a really good package this year. And I honestly can see, and like I said with Alonso, I feel like he's going to carry that car to places where it shouldn't be in a good way. And,
So,
and
wait, here's the
Stroll,
thing though. Is it Aston Martin or is it Alonso?
Yeah,
it, it,
He's
well,
a
that's what I'm
Aston Martin.
saying
You
That's
think
kind of
it's
because
what I
Stroll?
was thinking. Because
because
It's Stroll.
Stroll can
Stroll's the
have
only.
good days and he has bad days, and I feel like on his good days he can still put in some decent results.
Yeah, but even
So
on his good days, there's suspects. There's like
uh,
it's like iffy with him.
here's an off question. Who was the surprise team last season?
Haas,
Haas?
Haas in the beginning of the year, and the pole in Brazil.
that would I mean that
That
would
or
be
you
a
do
surprise.
Alfa Romeo
Romeo
in the first
Didn't
half of the
Haas still
season
finish
as
eighth,
well.
or did they finish seventh?
has finished eighth.
I think they finished.
Yeah, has
That's
finished
what I'm
eighth.
kind of saying. This that's why I was like, I don't know who to pick for this because is it Aston Martin or is it Alonso? Like that's what I was kind of thinking of when trying to make this because I do agree with you for
And
Alonso.
yeah, and you also got to understand that their wind tunnel is going to be complete by what midway through the season, and once they get that, they can start making leaps and forwards towards upwards on the grid. I'm kind of buying into their hype here, but I see them being a pretty good team this year. Like I said, and it may be Alonso, but Stroll can perform on his good days as well, and that's why I'm gonna be giving the Canadian, even though I talk a lot of shit on him, the benefit of the doubt here. And I feel like Aston Martin will be making some good strides
Here's the
forward this year.
thing, though. I think he misses the first two races or so. He broke both
Oh
of
yeah,
his wrists.
broken
Well,
wrist, right?
yeah, his broken wrist. That is true, but
So, do you think Drogovic can
it's a
keep
23
up?
race season though.
Well, Dragovic is the F2 champion, so that
So
this is his. If he is
In
out
one
for
of
the
the
first two
least stacked
races, this is his
F2 fields
opportunity
of all
to show.
time.
yeah, so I feel like he'd be able to keep up with it for the couple of races that he might be in. Um, so that's why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Do you
I
have
feel
your
like
pick,
they'll have
Gray,
a
or do
year.
you want me to go?
You, I have my pick, but I don't even agree with
Okay,
it myself.
Predictions,
So
my friends.
I think this team pulls their shit together and actually figures something out with a old Merc engineer that they brought from one of the top teams and brought it all the way down to the bottom of the grid. I think Williams finishes better than, or will improve their position in the championship and not be dead last again, and actually not score regular points, but always be on the fringe of scoring points. Is like they're. I feel like that bringing in the Mercedes engineer is too big of a move to fail. Even though I'm starting to regret my words now, but I'm just gonna go with it. But I just do not. I think Williams makes leaps and bounds this year to where they can
I
score enough points.
I
I
disagree, but only I agree, but I disagree. And the reason I disagree is because I feel like you're too early on it. I feel
I
like
was
you're
just
too.
about to say that.
I feel like you're too early on it.
Give it a
Maybe
year.
next
For
season,
like a season,
maybe even the season after that. But
yeah,
I don't
probably
see
a
this
season too
season.
early. But
But
it's probably a season too early. But I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
Bro's building all the
I
Sergeant hype.
I
Like
would
he's
have
buying all of it. Like
I
he's
would
bought
have
$1 billion worth of
No,
hype
no,
already.
so
yes.
I made the surprise team prediction before I did my driver. So fuck you.
But yeah, I agree with Gray when I say that. I would have said them if he came in a season earlier, but yeah, he's gonna need some time to get
That
settled
or
into the role.
if he didn't come in like a month ago. That too.
I mean, we could
He
also
comes
say the
in
same.
late, but I think mid season they come into their form.
Yeah. All right. Gray, you got something?
Ah, I
Even if you don't agree with it, you gotta do it. Come on, buddy.
I don't agree with it, and no, it's not Red Bull. If that's what you thought I was.
So surprise! That's gonna be your letdown team of the season, though, isn't
Nope, it's not. I put Mercedes, and I've seen this story before, but yeah, I don't even agree with it. I really don't even have a best team that I could think of. I think Aston's gonna be decent because of Alonso, but I don't think they're going to be the best team or surprise team. I was
it? But my
thinking
question is, you
Ferrari, but
really
then
think Alonso is
Ferrari.
that big of an upgrade on Vettel?
Yeah, I think he's a little bit,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Enough to drag them from what ninth in the championship to all the way to
Yeah, they were
five.
not ninth. They were not ninth. They were seventh, I believe.
They were
They,
seventh.
yeah. They would have got six if they had, but they had tiebreaker. Alfa
Hey,
Romeo got it with
wait,
tiebreaker.
I want to ask Tanner this. Tanner, do you know who was ninth? And it'll surprise you.
AlphaTauri.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. But I went Mercedes because but after waking up to seeing what happened in that afternoon test yesterday, I don't know. But they're either cooking or they burnt the whole fucking HQ down. It's one of the two. Nothing in between. And
Hit enter, buddy.
as a driver, as a driver of the team and a certain owner of another team, he would already know that.
It's either gonna be a perfect dish or gonna be burning down the entire factory. Whichever
Exactly.
one
As a
works.
part owner of the Denver Broncos, one person has already experienced that within the team.
Hurts. It
Alright.
hurts.
The last category in the miscellaneous predictions, the letdown team of the year. Which team is gonna struggle and drown? Which I don't. Who did I put down for this? Ah, I do. I do remember. I mean,
Right.
it ain't too
Roll
much.
down.
This one I have.
Roll down a little
This one I have.
Okay,
Oh
well,
yeah,
I'm
scroll.
still gonna go first anyways.
Not Ferrari.
Sorry, I had to put that. We all know they're gonna be a letdown team this year. We just don't put
No.
Ferrari.
I didn't actually.
No. So I guess I'll start. I'm saying now. I don't know. It's not gonna be too much of it. I don't know. I don't think it's a big letdown, but
Good answer, good
I'm
answer.
saying Haas.
Yeah.
I feel like that package is gonna underperform this year, and
Smash the door, I guess.
yeah, fuck smash the door.
You
I
see the
feel like
three-man pit wall?
and their 3-man pit
Sucks.
wall. I feel like they're gonna struggle, and even see them finishing in the bottom of the constructors this year. I could see Williams potentially do better than them.
Do you
I don't
think?
know. I
Do you
just
think? Do you think lower than last year?
I I believe so.
Wow.
I don't know, something I can't. There's nothing that's really sparking it for me, but I honestly just see that package not really being too good this year, and that's
All
what my
right.
mind's telling me.
Wait. Before Gray makes his prediction in Drive to Survive, when they announce in the quote unquote final episode of
Don't
this series.
fucking
Don't
spoil it.
spoil it.
No, it has something. I'm not spoiling shit.
Don't
Or I'm
fucking
spoiling a little
spoil
bit.
it.
But it's in the very end, so fuck you both. So, in the very fucking end, they announced that Nico Hulkenberg joins Haas, and they cut over to Kevin Magnussen in like the dark room. First thing he can say is, "Nico can suck my balls." Then first thing Nico says while he's put up as the Haas F1 driver, he's like, "Suck my balls."
All right.
That's the first. That's the first thing they say as teammates in Drive to
So,
Survive.
off the question I asked 5 minutes ago, and watching day 2 of testing in the morning, and them looking absolutely abysmal in terms of consistency and pace, I am going this team. You have not a rookie, first year in F1 quote, first full year in F1 quote, and a driver that still is somewhat performing like a rookie, and I don't see the consistency in that team. I just don't. And if last year was a letdown season, then they might be equal to last year at least. AlphaTauri.
Interesting. Tanner?
I'm gonna get so much hate for this. You two are gonna fucking grill the shit out of me if I put this down. But fuck it. I think the Bond villain burns his team down, and I think Aston Martin is gonna be the disappointing team of the season. Just because I think
I see that Broncos hat is cooking right now.
you can see the smoke.
It's turning black.
No,
He's burning it. We're gonna come
Yes.
back at the end and we're gonna be like, "Damn, you were smart. We were dumb." Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
man's living in
Well,
5000 AD.
Yeah, no, I just think I think the evil dictator in Big Daddy Stroll, Daddy Cash, is just gonna literally put fear into their own car into where it breaks down on itself all year, and it's just like refuses to perform well. And I just don't see that team getting along, and I see Alonso having like the god performance here and there, just like how Vettel had like dragged the car to places where it's not supposed to be. But I don't think Lance is gonna do that team many favors. Even though his dad should fire him and put another guy in there, I just don't. I, I think Lance holds that team back, and Fernando can't drag that car into regular points, as you two have both stated here as a surprise of the season, assholes.
Turner, I am
Predictions for a
extremely
reason.
angry.
He looked dead in the camera and said that.
The 2020 meme. Yes, that is legendary. Alright, so we're done with the miscellaneous predictions. Now let's head on to, we're going to start with the constructors. And we're going to go from 10th all the way up to first. Now, what we're going to do once we get the
Are we dragging the
P2,
pictures, or are we just writing it down?
um,
Or should we all do it at the same time? Like we type it down and do 1, 2, 3, and click.
I don't care what we do. I was gonna do the pictures, but I feel like that'd be too much of a pain, so I just have it for
I feel like
decoration.
yeah,
So let's just type it in. And then nobody
yeah.
wanted to
Let's,
see your toes. No one wanted to
Me
see your
or him?
no him.
Oh,
is
Ugh.
that
like,
better? It's
look
my
at that
fucked up foot.
infection on the bottom of it.
God damn.
Oh, that's just no. That's a piece of lead from the floor. I crushed it.
Oh,
Apparently.
sweet.
Oh, nice.
Lead
Lead-footed.
infection.
Staph infection.
Lead foot. Hey, he
Okay.
has a lead foot. Haha, get it?
Yes.
I hate you.
All
Okay,
right.
so what about all type it out and then we hit enter at the same time and we react to each
I
other's
feel like me and
predictions.
B-Dunks have the same one, but no, never mind. I think I know what B-Dunks is.
Okay.
You ready?
Everybody have it. Everybody has their typed out.
I'm not typing mine out because the stream's gonna be able to see. So I'm gonna type it out as you're counting down.
Me and Greg aren't watching your stream, so it should be the same.
I
should
am
be-
watching, but I'm not. I'm not like looking.
Yeah,
at it
I'm
in
not
my hands,
actively
right? I'm
watching.
listening.
So
Okay.
type it out.
I mean,
Alright.
here you start the countdown, B-Duncan. When you're saying 3, 2, 1, like when
Type
you
it
say
out and
go,
then-
have it finished.
Alright.
And,
You ready?
yep.
3, 2, 1, enter. Alright, so I guess I'll show it first. I know I said Haas
Holy
was a
fuck!
letdown.
What the
What?
No, that was a slow burner, dude. I was like, I saw it, and then it like took 10 seconds to
Yeah,
process what
yeah,
this man just said.
exactly. I'm like, I didn't think much of it, and then I looked back. I'm like, wait, what the? So I
Who
guess,
let him cook?
so I guess I'll start. I mean, Gray's gonna
I
say
had
the same
best
thing as me.
predictions for the last season. Fuck you. Even though I did say
Oh
McLaren
my
would win it all.
god. So I said Haas could finish P10. But
Yeah,
I
it's been
feel
a
like
layer.
I still feel like, as the safe bet, it's still gonna be reserved to the Will I Ams, since they're basically still in the rebuilding phase. I mean, now they got Valtteri H. James, to run the team. He's gonna need a season to get up and going again. So I feel like, unfortunately, someone's gonna have to take the last step in the the constructors championship, and I just feel like it's gonna go to Williams. I mean, they're all gonna make inroads, but I feel like they're still gonna be bottom of the table compared to the rest of the teams.
Yeah, the thing I was thinking of, I was like, they have the highway in front of them. They really do. They have James Vowles now. And Josh Capito stepped down, and I think they're going in the right direction. They have 2 strong drivers. And the one thing that I'm thinking this season, especially for Sargent, finish races. Don't crash on your own. Don't be at a Latifi. Just finish races. 1 or 2 odd races, pick up a point. That's it. But I mean, you got to realize Williams scored points last year. 4 points. Still last.
I thought it was
that
6
competitive.
points. I thought it was 6.
It might have been 6. I could be wrong, but
It was 6 because
nonetheless,
Albon got 2 points. He got 2 10th place finishes. Latifi got a 9th in Japan, and then De Vries and Monza got 2.
yeah, but nonetheless, they were still quite far off 9th. I don't.
Yeah.
It's a safe option.
So Tanner, your very bold prediction.
Stroll. That's
They had
all I
8
need to
points.
say.
They had
Stroll.
8 points, but they were still 27 points behind the next closest team, which was AlphaTauri. So the full race went.
Stroll.
Yes.
Stroll. That's all I need to say for my pick. Stroll.
That's
Oh.
my guy. Literally, last season, you said straight up, if every race was wet, Stroll would be world champion. You said that straight up last year. Straight up. Do you not remember saying that?
Yeah.
My boy,
because
I'm pulling out
because I thought
receipts
he would
right
go
now.
well with these
And
new
then
cars.
one season goes by, and now he's putting the team that Stroll's on last in the constructors.
You know I'm talking about both Strolls, right? I just don't think.
I am
Eh.
extremely
I think
angry.
that team gets. I think the Bond villain takes that team down.
I don't think it's gonna happen that quick, but you never know. Anything can happen. So P9. Are you guys ready for P9?
I have mine typed.
Finn.
1 second.
Right?
All right.
All right, yeah, I have it.
3, 2, 1, enter.
Yes.
Ooh.
Wait.
Hey, motherfucker!
I've agreed with both of you, and it's only we've only gone through 2 constructors.
Oh wait, I typed it wrong. Right? Is it A? It is AU. I spelled it wrong.
So again goes with my struggling team of the season. I mean, not really a big one, but I just don't. I could probably switch those two around if I wanted to, but I feel like Williams will still be last in my opinion. Haas won't finish too much farther ahead of him like last season when AlphaTauri was a race went ahead of him. So I just feel like Haas is going to struggle this year, just mostly because of the car.
Well, so I see that Tanner agrees with my take that AlphaTauri will have a letdown season. Just he thought Aston Martin would be more of a letdown. I did not expect him to put AlphaTauri P9, but I'm. Tell me if I'm wrong, but you somewhat agree with me on them having a young
Yes.
driver lineup, and you don't see him making much progress up the table.
Well, plus remember,
Inconsistency.
them being the sister team, I don't think they will be allowed to make much progress in their car.
I don't think it's
But,
that. I just
I-
don't think they're a well-oiled machine like some other teams.
Yeah.
I just don't see him making much progress.
All right. P8.
Yep.
P8. You guys good?
Yep, got it.
Oh my
Wait,
God,
I need to
it's-
make sure I spelled this team name right the first time.
I know now. I know what it is. Holy shit! I just realized one team he hasn't put up there yet. Oh my god, no, they're not that high.
All right. 3,
I'm ready.
2,
Their count.
1, enter. Let me change it just so you
So
guys
we
can
all
see.
agree on the bottom 3 teams of the grid.
No,
No.
2 of us do.
Yeah, 2 of
But
us.
the bozo on the right does.
The bozo on the right.
I mean, me and Beatum basically have nearly identical predictions so far. It's just Haas's. I'm one ahead of him. That's it. And
Yeah.
the only reason I put Haas at 8 is I don't agree like that they're gonna be a letdown. I feel like at this point, 8th is almost normal, which is hard to say. But 2018 they were really good, and that's because they had a lot of direct links with Ferrari. And ever since that's been cut off,
Still do.
I don't see them ever getting higher than 6th in the constructors, which is very bold to say, but it's the sad truth right now.
I mean, I'm partly in agreement with you with the AlphaTauri thing. I just don't feel like they'll be doing good this year. But I don't know. I'm just predicting Haas to be kind of a letdown. So I don't think they'll score many points either. I feel like
I
not really much else to say besides that. I mean, delivery looks hideous, and the car's probably not going to be
I
much
keep
better.
thinking it's the Alfa Romeo every time I see it now in testing. It looks like the Alfa Romeo because of the Orland sponsor on the rear wing. Every time I see it in testing, it looks like the Alfa Romeo. It went from one Alpha to the other Alpha, and I don't like it.
So can I explain my Williams pick, or am I just gonna be shunned for it?
I mean, I'm glad it's not much higher. Let's say that.
Well, only reason I put Williams this high is because I think they continue their development direction to keeping their straight line speed. And even though they won't be the fastest car on the grid, they will be the most annoying piece of shit to pass. Like
I mean, it
how
was
the
the same
Freeze
as
and
last
Albon
year.
was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
It's
I
the
don't.
same as last year.
But I don't think it gets
I
them
think they're going to
eighth in
be.
the constructors.
Well, I guess we'll find out now, wouldn't we? Won't we?
Yeah, we are gonna find out.
Okay, shall we
I
do
mean,
P7?
if Williams do well, I'll be a happy man. But
I mean,
obviously,
yeah, me
Everybody will.
too. As long as one beats the other, I mean, that's what I'm rooting
USA,
for this season.
USA, USA,
Somebody
USA.
say, oh wait, I didn't send it to beat on.
You didn't send it to B-Dunk. Oil. Okay, shall we do P7?
okay. Yeah.
Yep, I already got mine.
Mine's in the fucking teal text, so bright teal, so it's hard to type it. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, enter.
Oh my god, beat on. Oh my god. This is scary close.
So,
I feel like Bottas is going to be consistent, and like I said, I don't think Joe will. I actually mapped out where I think each of them will finish. I said Bottas will finish 11th, so you won't see that later, and I said Joe will finish 16th. He's going to be a little bit worse, but it's going to be better than Haas and AlphaTauri, and I don't see them challenging Alpine, Aston Martin, and McLaren.
so I mean, the only thing I'm not gonna agree with you on that is I feel like Joe towards the end of the season was right with Bottas, so I feel like they'll be consistent. I don't feel like one's gonna dominate the other, in my opinion. But I still feel like seventh, basically one position lower than last season. I mean, they'll be decent, picking up points here and there, but like I said, I think compared to the best of the rest, I don't think they'll be up there with them. But yeah, you said everything, so I'm speechless.
The thing is, Alfa Romeo was tied with Aston literally for sixth. Like, they both had 55 points.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo got that on countback. And I think Alfa Romeo as a brand, as a company, has more resources than Alfa Romeo. Or did I say Alfa Romeo as a brand, or did Aston?
Yes.
Yes,
you,
she did.
No, you said Alfa Romeo had more.
Aston Martin as a brand and as a company and as a billion-dollar owner has more resources than Alfa Romeo. That's better. Because remember, Alfa Romeo's roots is Sauber, and Sauber was not that much of a big team ever. Actually, I think 6 is almost over-exceeding for them last season. Like, that's pretty good.
Alright, are you guys ready
All right.
for P6?
Did Tanner explain his P7?
Oh,
I don't think.
no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I think Magnussen keeps his strong form. Probably scores more points than he did last season, and I think Nico Hulkenberg brings stability in that second car and is able to score more points and not put the car in the wall as many times as Mick did, so they can put more money into development and getting that car faster throughout the season. That's pretty much it.
Dude, I'm
Less
like...
car involved, more car goes zoom.
I'm in conflict.
I feel like we're getting into the juicy part where me and Bionk's predictions take 2 fucking roads apart now.
I feel
mine
like
takes a
that.
fucking
I'm
left
actually.
turn if it has
I might change it last
stuff.
second right now. I'm like debating right now.
Oh, I'm
Fuck it. Fuck it. All right.
Mine's
You
about to go
you
right
guys
off
ready?
the road right here for you boys. Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, enter.
Oh my god, I cannot believe this shit. I cannot believe this shit. Was that your original answer or no?
That was my original answer.
Oh my god.
And this kind of goes back to what I mentioned about the letdown drive of the season. Piastri's not going to perform. He's going to be what Ricardo was, unfortunately. And I still feel like Norris is going to carry that car, but I just feel like they're slowly going backwards. Not really much else to say other than that. I feel like I said, I feel like
I
Norris
just
will still
don't
get
think
good.
they'll have a great car. I just don't think. I Here's what I think. I think Alpine will have a straight out better car, and I feel like Alpine gets closer to the top three, and I think Aston gets. I feel like their car's gotten better this year. It's looked like it. It's looked smooth. They had a hiccup in the first 10 minutes, and yes, I made fun about that, but still. Um, what does worry me is their second driver situation. But as long as Mercedes engine don't go boom boom on Alonso, I think he can score consistent points. I mean, Vettel scored consistent points last season as well. I feel like Alonso can do the same. Yeah, they just need to finish 8th and 9th instead of 10th more often.
Yep. All right,
All right.
Alpinus Tanner.
Oh, Alpine. I just don't believe in the Alpine engine. if that's, I, f- I think their reliability issues get worse this season. Plus, I think that I'm banking on the personalities between Ocon and Gasly kind of fucking themselves over with uh, Ocon's confidence going straight to the gutter, him not performing like he he can, and just Gasly needing to carry the team. That's pretty much it.
Gotcha.
Hmm. Dude, I'm like debating if I want to change this last second. I don't know.
I'm sticking to my gut.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to mine. All right, you guys ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, enter.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this.
You didn't hit enter, dumbass.
Sorry, but I cannot believe this.
Dude, I was debating on going all in with the hype, but I'm gonna still be kind of and he mentioned about Alpine.
Which means I'm almost sure what your number 4 is, and then
Yeah.
it's if our top 3 is the same. Um, wow, I Jesus Christ, I cannot believe how. I mean, here I put my letdown team as AlphaTauri, and you put yours as Haas, and that's our only difference.
I like you two are doing the like you're buying into everything in the preseason. I'm just over here with the chaos mode.
Dude, he's on career mode season 10 over here.
Is not going to let that team be 10th in the constructors. I don't care what the fuck you say. Alonso alone will put Aston at least 7th in the championship, at least.
Yes.
And I have him 2 spots ahead because I don't think McLaren will have that great of a car. I mean, they'll have a points contender car, but like bottom points. They'll be like, I want to say, they'll be similar to Aston was last year, kind of. There was kind of gaps in the championship, and I think the field gets closer. And I think Alonso pulls the Aston Martin up in the constructors, but I don't think it all automatically makes them best of the rest.
Interesting. Alfa Romeo P5. Let's hear it.
For Alfa Romeo, I think Bottas continues to direct that team into the correct direction. I think Joe takes a major step forward in being probably not beating Bottas, but being on his level and competing right around the same position as him, and maybe beating him in some races. And I just think Alfa Romeo has a very strong first half of the season, and then is consistent enough in the second half to keep the P5.
And I don't know if I mentioned I don't know if I mentioned mine or not, but I mean, basically the same reason. I feel like Alonso will definitely outperform that quota places where it should be. I was contemplating or not if I wanted to go all in on the hype there, but I was like, considering the first driver situation, the second driver situation right now, and what I'm gonna mention in my P4 prediction, which we can basically guess our P4 predictions by now. So I guess let's just type it in.
I was gonna say, do you know how lucky we are that Tanner came up with the thing of hit enter at the same time? Because if you went first and typed yours in, explained it, and then I went every time, I'd look like I'm copying you. But
Yeah.
trying to cover the top three, I have it right here. Like, this
It's
is
like
my
blurry, but I
constructor.
can see it. See,
I know
mine,
it's my constructor sticky note, but like,
I,
yeah, I
I can't show it without showing my other predictions, but it's on my
it's
notes on
fine.
my phone. But so we know I kind of have an idea of what our P4 predictions are. So let's just type it in and enter in 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm kind of not surprised there. I'll go first. The reason why I was contemplating them not being in P4 looking at the testing, but then I kind of reconsidered it and looking at their testing, I feel like maybe they have their engines turned down with reliability and kind of with like what Gray mentioned. If they didn't have reliability issues last year, they would have been comfortably P4 in the constructors. Like they'd be in
And
no man's
what
land.
I'm thinking, like what I'm kind of thinking, and the reason I put them P4 is that I'm kind of banking on less reliability issues. I'm also banking on that the storyline all season has been, oh, two former rivals clashing and two egos clashing, and it just doesn't happen. Kind of. Um,
Yeah.
Great.
and
Gray's
then I
hoping
just
the French engines don't French.
and I just think they're consistent. I think they actually improved their car from last season.
Yeah, I feel like, and I'm kind of going into that as well. You have two really good drivers in that team. Not saying Alonso wasn't. He just got walked. He got screwed over with liability, but he, you got two really good drivers in there, and if they put their differences aside, they can put in some really good results. And you know, if everything goes away, could make a charge towards the top three. Probably not this season, but marching their way forward. Um,
Uh, yeah.
P4 McLaren. I wish this would happen, but let's hear it, Tanner.
Well,
I,
one, I think
Delusion?
Lando North. Huh?
Nothing.
I said I wish this would happen, and
Great.
I guess you made a comment.
Right. Last time somebody bought into the hype of a team, of a random team getting suddenly good because they added one person, it didn't end well. Okay. You know
And which
that,
team
Gray.
was that? Which team was that?
Denver Broncos.
Ah,
They
interesting.
added one person, and we all thought we were hot shit.
And look who's a
Look
fan,
what
and look who's
happened.
cooking at number 10 in the constructors, alright?
That's not what he wanted to cook.
Oh. So I just think Lando Norris has his odd podium for some fucking reason again,
Oh,
and I
instead
think
of championship this time.
Yeah, no, that was me banking on the grid order getting shuffled up, and when it didn't get shuffled up pretty much at all. But yeah, I think Lando Norris
That is
performed
true.
well, and Piastri isn't the most disappointing person on the grid.
One of the
You know.
reasons why you're Aston, like, it just shocks me is that unlike last year, this year is not a grid shuffle year. Like, it's not going to be too drastic from last year.
Yeah.
Doing the chaos picks, buddy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
look what happened last year when you did them.
I was the most right though. That was the most right.
Not this year.
Yeah. Not this
I
year.
hope one of you joins me with this number 3 pick.
I think.
Or, number
a
three,
1 out of
you know,
3
it might all
chance.
have
You
number
don't think
three.
what I'm thinking. You don't think what I'm thinking. That's the thing.
Alright,
think
you
I'm
guys
thinking-
ready?
Well, no, I know your malice, but
Alright, you guys ready?
That's the point. You don't think what I'm thinking.
Unless
I'm
you're
ready.
me. Unless you're
I'm
me.
ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Tanner?
yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, enter.
Yes.
We're all in agreement with something.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We're all in agreement on something
So
for once. Holy shit.
You thought I was thinking Red Bull. No,
Yes.
that's not what I meant. Because me putting Ferrari P3 means that someone else is 1 and 2. If that makes sense. That's what I meant by that.
Alright,
But,
so I think for this one, not right now, but I mean we could just give our reasons anyways. But instead of doing number 2, we're gonna type on number 1 next. Instead of number
Alright.
2.
Well, should we do 1 then 2?
Well, let's do our explanations first,
Yeah,
even though we're all on the
that's what
same
he's saying.
page.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
But I think Ferrari, one, looking at the testing so far, their traction is abysmal. Like if you look at there was a chart I saw where it gives the on throttle percentage, the full throttle percentage for the entire lap. Ferrari was like 10 percentage points lower than the 9th best team, and that either means one of two things: major sandbags, or they're actually genuinely struggling with traction, keeping care of their tires, kind of like they did last year. That's what they struggled with in Red Bull. They had the quali pace, they didn't have the race pace, and that's because they couldn't keep care of their tires.
And if you remember,
Mercedes got really close to Ferrari at the end of the year, so if they can just somewhat get their shit together, they'll be close. I don't see Ferrari leaping Red Bull.
and you bring up a good point about the traction. Last year, Ferrari had that small turbo in the car, which it doesn't make sense to have a small turbo, but it output
That's why
that
they
power
were terrible
quicker.
at Mexico. They were
It
so bad at
It
Mexico.
output their power quicker, which means they can get on the traction a lot easier, because it almost like they had traction control. That's why, believe it or not, that's why they were decently quick at Austria, and Red Bull
All
kind
right,
of just
boys,
chewed through their
breaking news.
tires.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Session and testing has been red flagged due to a sensor strip that fell off Perez's car.
Well, fuck.
Back to our regular programming.
Alright, so we're gonna type a P1
Hey, PFC
predictions.
number 1, let's go.
So we're gonna
Stop the
type a
count.
so we're gonna
Stop the count.
so we're gonna do a P1 predictions, alright? We're not, and then we'll
Now,
just
did
type
you
in
agree
number
with
2
this?
later.
He didn't really say anything. That's why.
Tanner, anything to add to us?
I just think Ferrari's going to Ferrari.
Okay, good
Wait,
enough.
Okay, that's good enough.
Wait,
Don't need to say anything.
Wait. Before we do number 1, give me a second. Let's see, come on. Oh shit! 1 second,
Yep.
motherfucker.
1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5.
5.
5-second violation.
Damn it, ads!
Oh, he's trying to. Oh, are you trying
5
to?
I
seconds.
swear to God, if one of you put this as number 1, I might kill you. I might kill you. Like, I might kill you.
I feel like someone will.
We can't hear it, Tanner.
Tanner,
So
we
tell
can't
us
hear
what
it.
says. Tanner, we can't hear it.
No.
Tanner. No, there you go.
Alright.
Dad.
What does it say? What is it?
He's watching an illegal testing stream. Illegal F1 testing
okay.
stream, probably. That's my guess.
1 second.
Alright,
Well,
Yeah,
type
I'll
in your
put it in the
P1
chat.
prediction. Alright? You guys ready?
all right, I'm ready.
I'm
Tanner?
ready.
3, 2, 1, enter.
Oh my God, Brad.
Oh my god!
Yes, I said it.
Oh my God, Brad.
Wait, isn't this what you
Oh.
said last year?
Oh, ego.
Is this what he said last year?
Yeah, but I said they would dominate last year, and I was correct about the domination part, just the wrong fucking team. So
we can put in our number 2.
Yep. So
Wow, we've had almost identical fucking predictions. This is insane. I did not.
And then you have the chaos picks over here. It's like
Yeah, fuck
nice,
that move on the
knowledgeable,
right.
and chaos.
yeah, so my reasoning for picking this team, I don't think
Tanner
they're gonna
said, "Oh my
dominate
God,"
like they
because I
did
put
last
Red
year.
Bull.
I don't think they're gonna dominate like they did last year. I feel like in terms of the constructors, it's gonna be another 2021 season, and I feel like
Ooh.
overall consistency,
Ah.
the overall consistency of that Mercedes lineup is gonna bring them that title. And I feel like, well, this is gonna go
What's
along with my drivers' predictions. I feel like Checo will kind of be the reason why they lose the title, the constructors, in my opinion. So I feel like the consistency of that Mercedes lineup, as well as the improvements on that Mercedes, will bring them that constructors over the Red Bull. I still feel like the Red Bull will be the quickest car, will generally be the quickest car throughout the entirety of the season, but I feel like the consistency of the Mercedes is what's gonna help them.
So, are you saying their driver lineup or their car?
A little
I
bit of
just,
both. I
all right,
mean, I
that's
mean,
fair.
I still feel like Red Bull will.
Let's say in terms of their second driver. So Hamilton and Perez. No, I'm kidding.
So Checo and Russell.
Yeah, like no, we'll do that in the drivers. It's fine.
But yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I don't think it will be a 2021 seasons in terms of the drivers, but in terms of the constructors, I feel like it will go down to the wire. And I feel like the consistency, as well as the improvements of that Mercedes, will bring them back to the winning ways that Gray wants to happen. But that's what I feel like it's gonna happen.
You just hella stroked my ego, dude. Like you shouldn't have. I
Listen.
just,
This wasn't a birthday present. This is what I think is gonna happen.
and look what happened last time.
I said they
I
would
think
dominate. I'm being more
think
reasonable.
I think Mercedes. The thing is, I sort of agree with you on the 2021. But I think Mercedes was too far back from Red Bull last year to leap them in the constructors this year, if that makes sense. Because as I said earlier, this season is a continuation, not a complete grid shuffle like last year was.
Yeah.
So I just think they're too far behind Red Bull to actually leap Red Bull. Unlike Ferrari, they were not that far behind Ferrari, so I do think they leap Ferrari.
Understandable. I just feel like I said, in terms of constructors, I feel like it would be a 2021 season. I feel like it would be close between those two, and I feel like that consistency with the driver lineup will win them over slightly over Red Bull. I feel like it would be very close between these two, in my opinion.
Well, Tanner, do you agree with what I said or something
What?
else?
No.
They're too far away from Red Bull to leap Red Bull, but unlike Ferrari, I do think
Yeah.
they can leap them because they were not that far off at them at the end of last season.
That and
In
plus
fact, they
Ferrari
were
still.
beating them.
I think Ferrari under new leadership is going to be less of a clown show, but I still think
I
they're
do like Fred
still going to have.
Vasseur. I do like Fred Vasseur. Fred
Yeah,
Vasseur
I do
doesn't put
too.
up with
Give him a
bullshit.
season, and I'll probably
Yeah, I know
we'll see.
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna take a season for him to kick all the clowns out and actually put strategists back there.
All right. So on to the drivers' championship now, and
So do you
Starting
want to
with
start
10?
from? Are
so
we
we're gonna
starting with
start
10?
with 10, and then we are gonna work our way up. And I just want to make sure this goes align. All right.
Yeah, you're good with.
No, I was just looking at my predictions up there again.
I don't know
All right.
how I made it purple all the time before, but now it won't.
Well,
Oh,
Alright, I think I got it.
I got
I got
you.
it. Never mind. I got it.
all right.
I think I got it.
All right. You ready?
Yep,
Yep.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, enter.
Oh my god. Nah. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. The thing is, Tanner, I somewhat agree with you. I put Bottas 11th. But you can't make this shit up.
I mean, what I will say, I know we predicted them be sixth in the constructors. like I said, Norris is gonna do Norris things like he's been doing. He's gonna outdrive that car to places where it shouldn't be, and I feel like he will just squeeze
I,
into the top 10 in the standings with it.
this is outlandish, bro.
Outlandish.
Oh, if we had
Should we
the
do
same
number 9?
P9, I mean, well, you gotta explain yours, sir.
Mine,
Bottas.
Valtteri.
Yeah.
Valtteri, I think Alfa Romeo gives him a package to where he can consistently score points, and I think Valtteri does outperform Joe. But I
That's fair.
do, yeah.
All right,
That's
that's fair.
That's fair.
P9.
I mean, like I said, I put him 11th. So
Okay,
not much
here
I
we go.
disagree with.
All right, P9. Let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
Tanner.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, enter.
Oh,
No, Gray.
oh, oh. This happened last time. No, this happened on the top 10 constructors. I agreed with him, and then I agreed with you, and then do all the way up. I think Gasly will be consistent. He won't be 2020 Gasly, but he'll be consistent, and I think the Alpine as a package car is a consistent car. I'm not gonna say it suits him better than the AlphaTauri did, but I think he's in a bigger team now and he's had the pressure of a even bigger team before. So I think he'll be better this time, and he'll finish top 10 in the points. He does need to improve off of last season, though. It was not that good of a season.
Yeah. It was not his season.
Tanner, anything else to
I-
add to
I-
that?
No, I just think Piastri, or actually, I think Gasly, returns to not his complete 2020 form, but kind of like how Lando Norris is with McLaren, where he just put, for some reason, that car is way up the fucking grid for no reason and is just scoring consistent points.
I think I know who Beatong's 8 is, but I need to see first.
So Ocon, I feel like it would be close between those two. I think they're two, especially
I just
Ocon
gave
over
you
the
the
last
answer.
couple of seasons. It will be, he's been getting better and better and better, and I've been respecting him more as a driver. Before I used to clown on him, and now I think he's a very solid driver. And like I said, I feel like it's just gonna be close between the two drivers, which I basically kind of just gave away my P8 there, but yeah.
So I know who your P8 is. Sweet.
So you guys
So,
ready?
yep, I'm ready. And
3,
just
2, 1,
wait,
and
wait.
I got it.
All right.
3, 2, 1, enter. I know
So
you.
we're going on this again. Beatung, huh? We're just 8 and 9. That's the only difference, huh? Oh my God, Piastri 8th. What the fuck?
And McLaren 4.
Yeah, but remember who he
that is
put.
true. That is true.
Remember his P4 in the
But the
constructors.
top 3. Oh yeah, never mind. So I know who his 7 is.
Oh, do you now?
Oh my God, I swear to God. Never mind. But anyway,
boy.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Beatung, and what you put is what I want to happen, but what I put is what I think will happen. I want Gasly to outperform Ocon, but I think Ocon being in the team previously is what gives him the slightest of edge, and that's why I put him there. And the benefit that he had Alonso last year, and he beat Alonso in the championship last year. Yeah, with
Well, about
20 engine
reliability.
failures.
Yeah. I mean, I'm buying into what I want to happen, and that's what I think is going to happen. I'm buying into it. And if not, kudos to Ocon.
But,
Alright,
I mean, you and I have the same idea. It's going to be close.
yes. Piastri, P8.
I think I know what your 7th is. I really do. This is outlandish behavior.
Explanation for Piastri, P8?
I just think McLaren's gonna have a solid car, and Piastri does not drown.
I swear to
Like,
God,
he
if you
keeps it-
think he's ahead of Norris,
What, Piastri?
I'm just saying,
No, no.
I better see Norris in your top 7, if that's the case.
I guess you'll see, motherfucker.
I don't know if
Alonso-
I don't know if Tanner anymore. So,
Yeah,
alright,
me neither.
I am the
Alright.
chaos that this
Alright, you
prediction
ready?
needs.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready. I got it.
3, 2, 1, enter.
This is outlandish. This
Chaos.
is outlandish.
Chaos.
This is
Ah,
fucking outlandish.
brother,
Chaos.
his P7.
Chaos.
I mean, but we said the same fucking thing. We think they're gonna drag him up to P5 over McLaren, but like, as I'm pretty sure you don't have Stroll in your top 10. But yeah, he's gonna finish 7th, best of the rest, which drags Aston to 5th in the constructors.
I don't need to say anything else. Great,
Say they're trying.
dude. We're typing the same answers, and he's just saying all the work for me.
Chaos.
Sainz
And anyway,
P7.
Sainz behind Norris. Explain yourself.
I just think, again, I think since the top 3 are pretty much close together, I think Sainz gets a short straw and Norris outperforms McLaren, putting himself having big enough results
I'm gonna
over
need another one of these.
Sainz to where he
What,
beats.
fucking drink for what he's putting his predictions.
Yeah.
Hey. If I'm
Who's
right
right
by the end,
last
I'm gonna
season?
come back to this stream and laugh to Evelyn and shut up my ass off.
All right,
you
that's
two
fine.
doubting me.
Alright.
All
I'm
right,
fine
cool.
with that. I
Alright,
think
cool.
I think I know Gray's P6 prediction, and he probably knows who mine is.
This is outlandish.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Tanner,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, enter.
This is outlandish. This is outlandish. This is out fucking landish. Ooh.
Well, someone's gonna be worse of the rest, and I feel like Sainz will have that. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad driver. I think he is a good driver, but I feel like between the Ferrari package and his better teammate, I feel like he's gonna be 6.
Plus, I think he draws the short straw between the 2 Ferrari drivers when it comes to strategy and stuff.
He draws his own strategies. That's also another thing. That's why he won in Silverstone.
I think you'll be surprised by my number 5, actually. But we'll see.
I don't know. I
I think you put no. I think if I think I
Alright,
think I know what beat
alright.
I put 5.
alright.
But you have to go off of what my constructors as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think
Oh,
I might.
now I'm, like,
I
doubting
think I
myself.
think I might have an idea who you put at 5. Tanner, your explanation for Norris over Sainz?
Norris is gonna have more like top 4s and like more top 5s and not top 4s than Sainz will at the end of the season.
I
to,
feel
like,
super
offset him being-
disrespectful doing this. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's fine.
Asshole.
You guys ready? P4,
Now I don't feel
P5,
disrespectful anymore.
P5.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, enter.
Wow.
Shut up. All right. I
Gray,
have
are you
to
feeling
say-
alright?
Wow.
I have to
Are
say,
you feeling
He,
consistent-
alright?
dude, he's trying to turn down his ego.
You have to hear me out. You have to hear me out. I have to stay consistent with my constructors. I can't have. I'm zipping up. Never mind. Zipping it up. I almost.
You can't have
I almost
what,
spilt
Gray?
the tea. I almost spilt the tea. I almost fucked up the tea. I almost fucked up the tea. Anyway. So I put Russell the lowest out of the 3 of us. Wow. Now I have to explain myself.
Yeah,
I mean,
explain. You're trying to
Yes.
find a reason why you put
all
Russell
right,
that far
no,
down.
no. Here, I literally thought of this like 30 seconds ago, and it's a good reason. Name a time where Russell was super unlucky last year. Besides maybe Silverstone, but that even was like debatable. It's not really unlucky.
I mean, I can name like a couple. I don't want to say unlucky.
It's not going to be as. I mean,
Smooth
the
sailing.
thing is, last year it was 1-2, Mercedes, skip a few laps, and then the rest of the field. So it's going to be more highly contested, is what I'm saying, and he's going to get a little bit unlucky.
So this kind of goes back to my constructors predictions. I feel like Checo will be kind of the reason why Red Bull loses the constructors, in my opinion. I just feel like he's gonna. I mean, at least in comparison to his teammate, I feel like he's gonna be, towards the back end of the top 6. And I mean,
Let me say this. You'll know why I put Russell 5th once my top 4 come out. All right? That's when I can explain it more clearly.
I wonder if he's gonna. Oh, I know. I think I now know why you put Russell so low.
Tanner,
I
Charles
see.
Leclerc, P5.
Leclerc, again, just Ferrari.
That's fair.
It's gonna take. It's gonna take a year for him to again pretty much clean house, and put the right people in the right spots to help that red machine go further. And I think next year we're gonna see a Ferrari team that doesn't make as many mental errors as they did last year. And I think we're still gonna see.
Breaking news as a slap in the face to me. Russell heads the timings in day 3 of testing now.
Wah, wah, wah.
With Hulkenberg 5 milliseconds behind him.
Huh?
USA. Sorry.
I'm not lying either. Both on the same compound
Oh.
tire, C3.
Okay.
Piastri over a second behind the 2 of them. Drugovich over 4 seconds behind the 2 of them.
Okay.
That
Let me.
is real. Okay.
Okay,
Let's get this over with.
I gotta fact check this.
I'm not lying. You can fact check it.
I'm fact checking this real quick.
You can fact check it.
And then we'll do P4 prediction.
You can fact check it.
But yeah, I just feel like, it's just the struggles of the Red Bull number 2 seat. I mean, I know I
Fair
basically
enough.
said, but that's kind of my prediction there. I feel like, that's what's gonna cost them the construct. I can't fucking see because of the.
Well, he did finish P3 in the driver standings, only 3 points behind Leclerc.
Y'all are hating me. This is where he finished last year, and he won a race.
All right.
So,
So,
it's
oh my
not-
God, he is.
Russell finished 4th.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
I swear to God, he did not.
He finished 4th. He finished
When the fuck
ahead
did
of
that-
Sainz.
How
Yeah.
did that happen?
Yeah, he did. He
How
finished
the
ahead of
fuck
Sainz.
did that
Sainz only
happen?
finished 6 points ahead of Hamilton.
Holy shit. How the fuck did that happen? Holy Ferrari. Yeah, okay.
All right,
Anyway,
all right,
I'm ready now.
P4. Tanner, I guess you've been ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, enter.
Wow. I'm gonna say again, it has to stay consistent with my constructors.
Yeah, I
And
know. I think I
and
know.
I think Russell's gonna get a little bit unlucky, just a little bit. I'm not saying that it's gonna be a
Greg-
massive
Greg's trying
gap like last year. It's gonna be like 2-3 points.
Gray's
maybe
trying to bring
5
all
points.
the negative energy from one side of the garage and push it
Shut
down
up.
to Russell.
Shut up,
dude,
shut up.
dude,
That's
I
exactly-
was. It's funny because I was stroking his ego with my constructors predictions earlier, and now he's like, I don't want your
It's about
fucking
to all
ego
come
anymur.
down.
Boof.
It's about to come down.
You're still stroking it. You have both my drivers in the top 3.
So do I.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's my point. And
Yeah, but
oh shit, I hit enter.
well,
Left that.
before we get to that, yeah, Leclerc, I still feel like Leclerc will do Leclerc things, even though he will have Ferrari holding him back. And like I said, with my prediction of Checo struggling, I feel like P4 is a pretty comfortable bet for him. Not
Me
really
and
much else to
Beaton
say.
have not had a driver more than 1 spot off until Russell.
Until Russell.
That is
Until
the
Russell.
only one. And that that will be the only one to be 1 spot off.
And it's 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright,
I'm glad I'm
Checo?
the chaotic one over here.
Checo P4.
Apparently not. You're putting both my drivers in the top 3. Thank you.
Checo
Oh,
P4,
yeah, but I'm
what are
good.
you thinking? What are you thinking?
Oh,
Checo
wait, no,
P4,
I just realized. I know the rest of his top 3, or I know who his number 1 is because his constructors has to be consistent.
Yeah.
All right.
Checo
X-
P4, I just think he's gonna be.
I think he
good.
does
He's gonna have
enough. I think he does enough to help Red Bull get the constructors.
Yeah. He won't be like a X factor. Like he's gonna do enough to where he gives Max the opportunity to win the constructors and the drivers, or help Red Bull win the constructors.
So, anyways, P3. You guys ready? Both of yous?
Nope, apparently not. I just have my L there now.
Well, I already know what yours is. Right?
Hold your L, Gray.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't remember. Oh.
I hate you. I love you.
Dude, I was like, oh shit, I just forgot how to spell it. Yeah, I do think he will get beat by Hamilton this year.
Are we?
And
Are
like
we
I
doing
said,
the
I
same
feel
thing as
like the
before,
consistency
number
of
one?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do on number 1, and I feel like the consistency of him and Hamilton will get him that constructors.
I'm about to smack some facts on Tanner real quick. All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh,
anyway,
boy.
let me explain my number
Facts.
3.
What facts, Gray?
Leclerc has been number 3. Leclerc is always fast and always figures out how to put his car at the front. Even in 2021, when it was not a race-winning car, he popped it on pole twice. Okay, he's going to figure out how to win races, and he's still going to be quick. All right,
Just
despite
like how he
Ferrari
figured out
being
to win
Ferrari.
France.
Yeah, you can do that. Anyway, Hamilton has never lost to a teammate 2 seasons in a row.
Well, I guess we just have to find out.
We just have to find out. What is Russell outside your top 10? No, I don't think so.
I'm trying to think. What seasons did Hamilton lose to his teammate?
So,
2016 and this past year.
He lost to Russell, he's lost to Rosberg, and he's lost to Button. But he never lost to Button 2 times in a row.
What year did he
So,
beat
Alonso-
Button?
I believe I don't remember the exact years, but I believe Button beat him in 2011.
Okay, I didn't know about that one. I knew Nico and Russell.
It was Alonso 2007, and I believe it was.
Wait,
yeah, it was
Alonso beat him? I
Kovalainen
thought they were level on
No,
points.
no. They were level, but he won on countback. De Vries
Okay.
is 9 seconds off of Russell.
It's sandbags, Gray. We can't really say much about it.
Oil? Anyway, B-Dunk explain.
Explain what?
I'm waiting. You explained Russell.
I thought I did.
No, I'm saying you did explain Russell. I'm
Yeah.
waiting on the other one.
Ah.
Me, Hamilton. I think Russell continues his streak of not making mistakes and
and probably starts a streak of having top 4 finishes instead of his top 5 because Mercedes is going to be quicker than Ferrari. He's going to have multiple podiums. I think he's going to challenge for, or I think Russell's going to beat him in race wins again, as what we saw in Brazil, and blah blah blah.
So
I can't say much, or I'm going to get.
No, so your constructors has to stay consistent with your drivers, which tells me your top 2. One can't be higher than the other in both drivers, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know.
All right, I'm ready.
Alright, P1 boys. You guys ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, enter.
I'm fine with that. So, here's my explanation. My constructors has to stay consistent with my drivers, and if I put Russell ahead of Perez, there's no way Mercedes finishes P2 in the constructors. I think it's going to be close in both instances.
Gray's saying this because of the Drive to Survive quote he sent me.
You're welcome. Oh, wait, have I... No, let me send that Drive to Survive quote to B-Dog. Alright, now you two explain while I solve.
What?
Well, here, you have to explain why Verstappen over Russell.
Verstappen over Russell? I just think Verstappen is already a 2-time world champion. I think he deals with the pressure better than Russell does, and I think Russell makes 1 or 2 mistakes at the end of the season.
So you're saying it's going to be a two... Here's my question. Is it a 2-driver contention, or is it Hulkenberg just set a purple sector 1, boys? Sorry.
Consistent. You're being consistent.
Anyway, are you saying it's a 2-driver battle, or a 3-driver battle, or a 4-driver battle?
I think it's going to be a 3-driver battle with Hamilton literally just being just outside arm's reach the entire time, if that makes any sense. Like, if they, let's say they both take each other out one race and Hamilton wins, then he's in contention. But I think he's just going to be like maybe a race win or a straight podium away from fucking being there between the two. Consistent, Greg. Come on. We're nearly done.
Alright, you want consistent? I'll put Haas at 1. Sorry, what?
Dude, if Haas even gets close to the podium, we're all celebrating, and you know that.
Alright, now to B-Dunk. Kinda same question. 2 or 3 driver battle?
I think it would be 3 for a bit, but I feel like George Russell's gonna like check out from that battle at some point, and then it would be basically 20. I don't want to say 21 closeness, but then I feel like it would be another Verstappen versus Hamilton, and I think I mentioned that the constructors title will be very close, and the consistency of the Mercedes will bring in that constructors, and I still feel that way, but I still feel like Verstappen and him taking that Red Bull, outperforming it. I don't say outperforming it. Doing Verstappen things every week will still give him that drivers.
Yep. So now you understand when I said my drivers has to be consistent with my constructors. It's a bit aggressive to say, oh, Piastri's just spun.
You're not making me look good, Piastri.
Keep doing it, Piastri. You're making my prediction come right.
He locked the rears into turn 10 and spun off, but he didn't hit anything, and he's going again already.
Okay.
And they were on board when he did it, so...
Commentators curse.
So that's the end of our predictions. I assume you guys don't want to do the teammate.
I'm gonna just go over mine real quick. I don't care if you want me to or not. I have Albon over Sargent. Fight me.
End
I
the
have
stream
Nick
now.
DeVries.
End the
I have
stream
Nick
now.
DeVries
End the
over
stream now.
Sonoda. I have Magnussen over Hulk. Bottas over Joe. Norris over Piastri. Alonso over Stroll / Drugovich. Yes, if you made me put the whole drivers championship, I would have put Drugovich at 21st. Alpine, I put Ocon over Gasly. Leclerc over Sainz, Verstappen over Perez, and Hamilton over Russell. Thank you, and welcome. Thank you for joining my TED Talk.
Okay, so I guess I'll I'll quickly head into mine. I'm not really thinking too much about it. As much as I want that to happen, I'm saying I gotta look at the constructors while I do this.
I got
Albon
you. Williams,
Albon over Sargent.
AlphaTauri.
AlphaTauri, De Vries over Sonoda.
So you agree with me, Haas?
Haas, K-Mag over Hulk.
Alfa Romeo.
Bottas over Joe.
McLaren,
Norris,
Aston,
Alonso,
Alpine,
Gasly,
Gasly, Red Bull,
Red Bull,
Verstappen,
Verstappen,
and Hamilton.
Ferrari, Leclerc, and Mercedes Hamilton.
So we only disagree on Alpine, consistent to the rest of the video. Now, for the Chaos Man himself, Williams,
Williams, a Sergeant.
AlphaTauri.
AlphaTauri, DeFries.
Wow, we all three said Vries. We really hate Sonoda.
I
Gonna
just
be the
think
first
I think
time
Tsunoda's
Americans
too
struck the sun on Japan. Anyway,
Boss, Magnussen.
Alfa Romeo,
Bottas.
McLaren,
Norris.
number 10 in the constructors team.
Aston, Alonso.
Alpine.
Alpine, Gasly.
I'm the only one who said Ocon. I'm surprised. Red Bull, Verstappen,
Red Bull,
and then
Verstappen.
McLaren, Russell.
So that's gonna wrap it up for our predictions. That only took a whopping hour and 40 minutes, almost 3 a.m.
Only.
And
Time to watch testing, boys.
Yep. And Tanner's already turned his camera off. He's playing Blazing Eights.
Come on, let's play Blazing Eights, boys. Come on.
So
Come on.
thank you guys for watching our predictions. We'll be coming back to this at the end of the year when I'm hopefully in Texas by then. And yeah. We'll see you guys at the end of the season, and we'll be recapping this whole stream, which is probably going to take probably twice as long to go through. So, thank you guys for watching.
We're gonna laugh at each other for stupidity.
Yeah, and then we're going to roast each other then.
Especially one of our stupidities.
Yeah.
Right.
So, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.